For this edition of Indigenous Circle, I'm joined by Phil Fontaine, survivor and former National Chief of the Assembly of First Nations. Phil, great to be speaking with you again, and this time here in Rome.
Thank you very much, Donna.
Vatican City.
I was offered tobacco by Donna on behalf of the Indigenous Circle, accept with great honor, and I'm so pleased to be with you here, Donna.
Ditto, I'm pleased to be with you, Phil, as always. When we spoke last, we talked about what you were going to talk about with the Pope. And so here we are, and you're going to speak with him very soon. What is your message going to be to him?
Well, I think the message from the official delegates of the Assembly of First Nations are centered on 4 themes, and the group I'm with, 3 of us, our theme will be on the calls to action, the 94 calls to action, the principles of reconciliation, and the report of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. So that's our focus. But there are 4 areas that we wish to discuss with the Holy Father, including the issue of unmarked graves, the doctrine of discovery, to revoke the doctrine of discovery, because central to all of what has transpired over the years, in addition to abuse in residential schools, is the land that was taken from us. And the church, the Catholic Church, was complicit in that process. And so we wish to be able to reclaim our lands, and I'm absolutely certain that the Catholic Church will be very supportive in that process. We've had numerous discussions with them, even including talking about a Marshall Plan to revitalize Indigenous communities in the way that Europe was revitalized and after the Second War through the Marshall Plan.
Now, when you were here in 2009, you were after an official apology from the Pope. You're here again, 2022, different Pope, still no apology. What are your thoughts on will we get an apology this time?
Well, 2009, you were right, is very different from the 2022 encounter with Francis. But I wouldn't overlook the significance of 2009, because in my view, that opened the door to this encounter. It's all of what has transpired regarding the residential school experience, the disclosure of abuses in residential schools, the apology from in the House of Commons through Prime Minister Harper, and that followed the Benedict visit. These are important steps that have led to this special moment here, 2022, and our expectation is very clear and strong that Pope Francis will apologize. Our hope is that he will apologize, that he will come to Canada to apologize. He's already made a commitment that he will visit Canada, and so there is an expectation and hope that he will apologize in Canada on First Nations land. And I'm a Manitoban, and of course I have a bias to Pope Francis coming to Winnipeg St. Boniface. That's where the church in Western Canada was centered for some time, with Bishop Taché and St. Boniface Cathedral and a very strong presence that the church represented there for some time. So it makes, in my view, great practical sense to see the Pope in our part of the country when he comes. If he chooses to apologize there, so much great. But he may choose to apologize in some other part of the country,
or even here.
Well,
right? That's a possibility as well.
That's absolutely true. He could apologize here, but if he apologizes here, that shouldn't excuse him from delivering an apology on Canadian soil, because this is what we've been asking for. But we all know that a vast majority of our people, and now Canadians have joined this push to have the Pope apologize. Our Prime Minister, Prime Minister Trudeau, came here in 2017 and asked the Pope to come. He didn't say come to Canada to apologize. He asked him to apologize, and he was met with silence. But now we're at the place where we've been reminded a number of times that the Pope will apologize, and that he's also committed to come to Canada. So we're on our way, really.
Yes, exactly, and every meeting counts and is meaningful, right? So very meaningful also is the fact that you're here with generations of your family. How special is that to you?
Very, very special. I never dreamed that they would be here with me for this incredibly special moment. I'm here with my wife, Kathleen, my daughter Maya, my granddaughter Luke, my granddaughter Ella. So it's beyond, how would one describe it? Beyond my wildest imagination or dreams that they would be here with me for this absolutely
amazing,
incredible moment.
So special. Maya, so what is it like for you being here with your dad for this historic event?
Well, my aim here is to support my father, and he has all of our support and our community support, because what he's doing is important and meaningful for his generation, the generation of survivors, and our generation, who are intergenerational survivors of residential schools. So I'm very eager to see him get the resolution that he needs and deserves.
And will it be a resolution for you of sorts too, being that you're an intergenerational survivor?
I think that it's a work in progress. I think that there's no end to healing. I think it's a lifelong journey, and I'm happy to be on that journey, and my children are here on that journey with me.
Yeah. Aluk, great to meet you. Please tell me where you're going.
Well,
where you live.
I currently live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I am planning to attend law school in New York City. I plan to study international law, and I hope to kind of advance Indigenous rights on the international stage.
That's amazing. You're the next generation of leaders. What does it mean to you being here today with your Mishomis, your grandpa?
Well, I'm being here with my Mishu. I'm so almost overwhelmed. I'm just so proud of what he's done, and he's been so patient to get to this place. And I know that this isn't going to be the be-all and end-all, right? There's still more work to be done, but the amount of work that took to get here already to meet with the Pope, like just somebody from Psyche meeting with the Pope, is just incredible to me. So I'm really proud to watch him do his thing and do what he does best. So.
What do you think you'll take most away from this experience?
Well, hopefully, I think even the fact that they're meeting with us, the Pope, is just an incredible honor. So I think that is just showing us that we're worthy of respect and kind of the dignity that we deserve. So I think that's incredible, and I just feel like very honored that I was, chosen to come along the ride, and it's an incredible honor, like I said.
Well, it's great to speak with you. Ella, you work at the UN.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yes, I work for the Permanent Mission of Canada to the United Nations, and I live in New York.
Wow. Like, this is, another leader. What does it mean to you to be here with your grandpa?
It's so special to me. I've been thinking about this. Obviously, it was postponed from December, and I've just been thinking about it upcoming since then, and just so grateful to be here. And it's so special to have been invited on this trip. I'm so proud of my Mishoom, Phil Fontaine, and he has been such a leader in our country, but he's also been such a leader within our family as well. And just to be here and see him in his element and striving for what he's gone for his whole career, it's really special to see.
He's done amazing things for our people, and you two are doing amazing things. How has he influenced you in your paths?
Well, I think for me, what he's taught me the most, he's taught me so many things, it would be hard to just condense it, but above all, I would say resilience. No matter what you face, to kind of take a difficult moment and make something meaningful from it. I've used that lesson in my own times. I've obviously been through tough times too, and I always just look to him and just what he's been through, and the fact that he shared his truth with millions of Canadians. It inspires me, to share my own individual truth. So I feel very honored to have learned that from him.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I want to thank you, Phil, again for speaking with me today. It's always a pleasure and an honor.
Well, thank you for this wonderful honor.